My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Welcome back to Casa Vadd. Thanks for joining me on the journey. I'm Vadd, and today we're playing Megaquarium. The number one rule to earning and keeping prestige is to avoid negative prestige. That's tip number one. Having negative prestige is super harmful to progressing because it's something that should be earning you positive prestige. So it really counts against you twice. Once for it not being positive, and again for it being negative, counting against your total prestige. Notice that 3 guests are earning us negative prestige and only 2 of our guests are earning us positive prestige. More of the people in the park are noticing the empty tank than the nice fish swimming in there. So this is something we need to fix. Even adding 4 more of the same fish to the tank for a total of 5 fish, we're still having more negative prestige than positive prestige. We need to understand the in-game mechanic of fish visibility. Clearly not all our guests can see the fish. Fish have a base visibility of 40% and a 10% increase for every fish you add. So 7 fish, that's the magic number. If we can get 7 fish in a tank, we can increase our visibility to 100%. If we look at all 4 guests in our aquarium, we can see that all 4 guests have seen the only fish we have in there. We have 7 of our fish in the one tank, the same species. Everyone can see them. However, that's not the most efficient way to track down if everyone has seen the fish. We want to go to the Prestige tab. We want to click there and check our guests. In addition to the number of fish in a tank, there's another metric that we need to be looking at and understanding. Tank placement. We want to make sure that when we're placing our tanks, we're looking at that overlay we get so that when we path our guests through the aquarium, that wherever they stand, there's always the opportunity for them to enjoy and view the fish. This viewing area is different for every tank, and the larger tanks generally have a larger potential view range. Remember, the number one rule to earning, keeping, and gathering prestige is no negative prestige. One of the big ways you get that is with stressing out your fish. So we want to make sure that when we're putting fish in the tank, that the tank has what they need and we meet their individual requirements as well. We've got a shoaler. They need to be in groups of 4. If we put 3 in a tank, you know it, I know it, we know it, they're stressed out. We can click on the tank and immediately see, hey, their little bar's not green. We can click on the fish, we can immediately see what need is not being met. It's a double whammy. Not meeting their needs not only cuts down on our prestige, but we're also not getting the ecology or the science points we should be for those fish. With shoalers, this is an easy fix. Add another shoaler to the tank. Get them to the 4 that they need. Make sure that you're using proper planning to avoid these little mistakes that really add up as you get into the bigger and bigger aquariums. And immediately we put one in the tank, the bar goes green, everybody's happy. Here we have a beautiful tank. We have the rounded edges, we have everything it needs for our fish to be happy. However, poor planning. This tank is earning us negative prestige. We're losing points because they can see the feeder. We're losing points because they can see the chiller. We're losing points because they can see the toolbox to fix the chiller. We're losing points on the filter. These negative points really add up. We have a very small park here, but almost all the positive prestige points we get from our jellyfish in there are completely negated by the strong negative points we get. Another easy beginner mistake is to forget that sometimes fish grow. Remember, we have that magic number of 7. If we can get 7 fish in a tank, we can get 100% visibility. Here we have a tank with 6 moon jellies in. We are not getting any negative prestige, which is exactly what we want. We have only positive numbers. This is great. However, we're still 1 jellyfish short. We should fix that. If any of this has helped you, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. There's room in the Discord server and links below. Everyone's welcome. If you'd like to support the channel, you can reach out to me through Patreon. If you have any questions or recommendations for future videos, Discord is the best place to share those ideas. Thanks! Adding that 7th fish to the tank is going to make sure that we get maximum prestige. It's also going to add to the bio load. We're going to need more food. We're going to need more filtration. We might need to keep the temperature regulated. And now we've stressed out our fish. There's a little bit of a grace period before you get the negative prestige on this one, but we really need to fix this. There's no excuse for this. We want to make sure we're getting positive prestige. Rule number 1, no negative prestige. This next problem is a little bit more advanced. We have built the ultimate entrance to our aquarium. You enter right into the tunnel tank. We've got 10 horseye jack in the tank. Our horseye jack have grown. They're now all full and they take up 270 space, and they are giving us negative prestige. We're stressing out our fish. We have 400 herring dispensers. We've got only a need of 360. We've got our feeder with the speedy boots on, carrying at least 50. And it's just not enough. The time it takes him to run up and down that ladder, it's more than a day to feed them all. This is a problem. We're getting that negative prestige. We've got a couple options to fix it. We can use the auto feeders. They need a toolbox to be fixed, and they will dispense 50 of the food right at the start of the day, and that'll take the stress off our feeders. You need to set the food that they're dispensing. You're going to get charged right when you set it. The second most important rule to increasing your prestige is to keep your fish alive. Fish are friends, not food. When a fish dies, we get negative prestige from the guests viewing the stress fish, and it hurts our base prestige. Every level, our base prestige starts at 0. Every fish we lose cuts into that 0. We can have negative prestige. We can have positive prestige. Here you can see it says it in the inbox message, your base prestige. Let's say it happened to us twice on this level. You see we have negative 24 prestige right now. We have a base prestige of 0, 12 for the first fish that died, another 12 for the second fish that died, and our other fish are stressed out. Base prestige is very important to protect. In the campaign, there are missions that can increase your base prestige. The most important thing is to not cut into your base prestige. Starting at 0 is okay. Starting at negative 24, really tough to come back from. After avoiding negative prestige, your best prestige generating tool outside of fish are the podiums. The podiums are very potent. You can get negative prestige from podiums by giving the talk too many times. However, make sure to select the talk that gives you prestige points if that's what you need. And you can see here, I've got someone giving a podium talk. They need a mic, and they're not very good at it. They've got level 1 talking and speech. They're not very charismatic. As far as prestige go, they generated more prestige than all the fish in my park. They are the highest earner, or in the second highest, and I have a very average level staff performing the speech. A higher level staff is going to get more points, is going to draw a bigger crowd. You can use the podiums to help path guests through the aquarium. They want to come hear the talks. Use them. They don't take up much space and give you a lot of value. The fourth tip is the poster plan. Posters not only generate prestige, they can also get you science points and ecology points. You could only attach one poster to a tank at a time, so pick which one you need, and the prestige is generated differently with the tanks. Here you can see I'm getting one for each unique animal in the tank. For that ecology poster, for the science poster, it doesn't matter the total number or the variety I have in the tank. It actually matters what kind of needs I'm meeting on the animals. So understand that the prestige generated is very different for the two tanks. So know which one's going to get you the most value, because they're different. I really hope these tips will help you progress successfully through the campaign missions. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Peace.